All right, let's do this again. Welcome, my friend. Welcome back to Chicquette. And let's hope that this time it works. I'm actually going to double check to make sure. I think it is. Okay, great. So I just, um, this is very new to me, so my apologies. I wanted to try something different because I want to add more cool things. So here, I'm going to share with you. This is really what I want to talk about today, the shoe trends of 2025. Yesterday, I started with the fashion themes that are coming up. And so today, I am continuing with the shoes. This is my absolute favorite topic from all categories. And if you are just now watching, or please comment and let me know, say where you're coming from, and I would like to know which category are you interested in the most? I mean, I clearly see from the videos, right? That we have the shoes, we have the handbags, the fashion, of course, and then um, all the what else is there? Well, outerwear would go within fashion as well, but then we have the accessories and jewelry, so that's a really big part, right, of our entire look. So today I want to talk about the shoes. I filmed sneak peek a video on that, so tomorrow it's coming up next. And I was going through some of the styles that we're going to see and I really want to go over some of them. So, yeah, let's see. If you're joining in right now, love for you to jump on the chat for a quick little lunch and live stream, so we can see which ones you like. So I'm going to start a little slide here with the latest runway examples, I guess, that we're going to see. And again, this is an exaggeration, right? What we see on the runway is really for them to make a point and highlight for us what is going to be really, really big. And so yesterday we talked about colors and different themes behind the thought, I guess, the movies that have influenced the trends. And we're going to see color, we're going to see style and different materials and fabrics that are they're going to be visible, I want to say, in the shoes as well. So yeah, I'm going to start the chat. So let's see, the first one, this one is going to be a little bit all over because I just started, I put this together literally within the last 30 minutes. And so I still think they're relevant and I think it's fun. We're just going to keep it fun and light. So these boots are, I want to say, a little bit on the boho chic style. They're obviously velvet and they're thicker right now, which is great for the colder months, but it is very versatile because, yes, it goes with, and I'm going to say it, the skinny jeans. But also, I really like the option of wearing thicker tights in different styles, maybe with, if you can see here, this one has embroidery on it. Red has been really, really big this year, and specifically for this season, right? We have this a little bit darker shade, like the ox red. I love this style. The heel is also covered, and it's so chic and it's so unique. And yes, I really, really like this one. We have the pointy toe as well. So you can style this easily with, you can do an entire slim outfit with maybe tight pants or thicker leggings or the actual tights themselves. And then have this red pop of color. So I love that. All right, let's go on into the next one. The next one here, this is a great example of structured. So we see this one has a little bit of mix of quite a few trends going on. So one of them is the color, but then we have this sort of pointy toe again, and then we see a little bit of shine coming from metallics. So it could be crystals as well. Then we see the gladiator motif with straps on top, and we don't see the heel for this particular example, but that is also coming up as being very structured. So, and then we have this sort of half mule style. So, this is a good example of that. See next. Here we have an example of a couple of trends going on as well. We have the gold. Gold is really predominant for this upcoming year because of the gladiator theme. We see this also the straps again. We have the bows added, which is now combining the feminine touch with the more rough gladiator look. We have the thicker heel, which comes with a little bit of structure, and then we have the round toe, which comes from, we talked about yesterday, from Wicked. So I literally see three or four different influences here in this particular style. And yes, I really like the contrast, right, with the tights. And if you're not used to wearing tights, this is such a great opportunity to start doing it because, um, well, it's something new, right? And it's something very unique. And if you think that this fits your style, or perhaps you've been thinking about trying it, it's so fun. It really is. Perhaps not to work or wherever you don't feel comfortable, but maybe start exploring a little bit in the weekend. So I think that's my take on it. This next style, we see the influences of the apocalyptical trend coming up. It's all metallics, very high thigh boots. Then we have the gold again. So it's a great example of very matrix looking pair of boots. I like it. I'm not sure if it's as wearable for every day, but it's a new take if you want to upstyle your weekend for with a little more edge. So this will be highly relevant for that. And I mentioned it before yesterday, metallics is not for everyone, but if it is for you, then, why not? Okay, so let's see. Next, we have more boots, and this one is again, it's over the knee. It's a little bit slouchy. It sort of brings that edgy, the rough look to the whole outfit. I like that it's again a little bit, we see a little bit of rounded toe here, and this particular example highlights the contrasting styles. So you have this thick, rugged leather, and then you have the sheer dress draping over it. And that's such a chic look. And it's a great way to, again, add more dimension and really show that you have style when you feel confident in combining two separate different textures. And I love it that one is coming from the shoes and it's overlapping with the whole outfit. So it's a great look. Next, we have the structured heel very specifically. We've seen a lot of these coming up in the runways and expect to see a lot of them next year as well. Um, I think they're going to be a little bit less obvious than what we're going to see right here in the runway, but still, the point is that we are contrasting with the feminine, right? So on one half of the trend will be very feminine and very delicate, and this other half will be futuristic, sharp edges, rectangular and square-like toes and heels. So if you see all the way in the bottom, it's like a square, and then it just beautifully elongates upward. I really like the geometrical heels because even if you see the thinner rectangular shape, which we will see in a little bit, I think that you can incorporate it very easily by just wearing what you normally wear, like a normal conservative outfit, and then just throw in a nice pair of like it's so really, really edgy heels. It doesn't have to be tall heels, could be like mini versions, kitten heels, but you have to stand out. The whole outfit can stand out either through the color of the shoes or the shape. And I think both of these two features are extremely youthful and edgy, and anybody can look at you at any age, like maybe even younger, and then they look at you and like, wow, you have style. You're not afraid to try new things, and you don't have to change anything else. So that's the beauty of the accessories, right? And I think shoes are sort of like an accessory. So I love shoes. I love them so much. I think they are a very easy way to just uplift your entire outfit. Of course, we have jewelry as well, but jewelry is, I want to say, optional, and it can be a little bit tricky because it depends on how much you want to spend in it or not. But shoes are relatively less obviously expensive than jewelry, but they are also a must-have. So we are combining functionality with style here. Okay, let's move on to another example. Here we see again a little bit of more structure, but in a different cut, right? So this almost looks like a beautiful, even halter tops have this shape, right, with the X. And it's almost like you're dressing your foot instead of wearing shoes. So it's a great, great example of a style that can be applied to shoes as well. They're not just comfortable, right? They can be stylish. And the back of it, if you see a little bit, again, we see that structure, which I like. Okay, next, maybe we should have started with this one. This style here, I love this look. Not necessarily the skirt, I don't know how wearable that is, maybe for the summer, but the shoes. We are seeing platforms again. And we're also going to see peep toe shoes with a little bit of air. Now, I don't know if it's as wearable. I think most of you will probably like them. I personally don't wear any peep toe because they somehow always find a way to hurt my feet. So I have to wear closed-toe shoes, but it can be very, I want to say, sensual, right? To have a little bit of preview of, I don't know, it's like a little bit more revealing, but with style and with a little bit more, um, without being overdoing it. So if you're really into pedicures and nails done all the time, then this is a great opportunity to showcase that, right? Without having full exposure. So I love the peep toe. A lot of that is coming up next year. This particular style, we have the platform, but I do like the platform in the sense that they will offset the heel height, so that will make it a lot more comfortable. And then we see the straps. So we're going to see a lot of the thin little straps wrapped around the heel and the front. I really hope that you can see me, and because I am not seeing anyone join, so I did see yesterday. So I really hope that um, I guess we'll find out later. Um, if you are online, make sure you comment in the chat so I could see that you are on. Okay. Next, let's move on to the next one, next example. This one I like so much. This one here is um, combining quite a few elements. We saw the leather, we see the color of the year, which is the mocha mousse. We see elements of the gladiator look. We see a tiny bit of little bow. We see different structures combined. Love this style because to me, this says that it's exactly what I talked about yesterday in the trends. When you have the mocha mousse, you don't have to do all one color, right? You can do a combination of different shades of brown and then combine together. They work very well. And just look at the texture and the different dimensions of the shoe. It's almost like a work of art. I think it's really, really beautiful. Love it. This one, I think we talked about this one, something very similar. Again, we see the pointy toe, we see the thin little straps, and then we have the structured heel, which looks a little bit asymmetrical and just to add more dimension. And this next one, the trend is about transparent. Transparent shoes are going to be everywhere, and not necessarily PVC. I'm not even sure what materials they're going to use. Probably a lot of plastic, so that's definitely not natural looking. But it is very elongating, I want to say. So not my personal style. Again, I don't know if it's very wearable other than celebrities and on the red carpet, right? I know J-Lo loves to wear these. They look to me not as elegant, but I don't know. Comment if you're watching on replay, just comment and let us know what are your thoughts. Which trend are you actually enjoying, and do you think you will perhaps include in your collection next year? I'm dying to know, and why you like them. So this one obviously is just literally elevating you, and it looks very minimalistic, and it just has this effect of elongating legs. We also see again that heel has a different structure, very geometrical and out of shape, which will be on trend. This is another example. Again, the same style. Here we're combining the sandal, the gladiator sandal, with the height of the heel. So we're trying to make it comfy and also functional at the same time while staying within the trend. Another example of the transparent shoe. This one is obviously, I don't think this one's wearable, but it has a point. And the point is that we're going to see a lot of transparent materials. And it almost looks like a little raincoat for the shoe. It's so adorable. I like it a lot. And I like the opening too. It's very different than anything we've seen. And then the chunky little heel. Honestly, it reminds me of little Bo Peep shoes. And I think the cartoonish characters wear those, right? Their little almond toe and then the little heel. These are very comfortable, by the way. And I had similar shoes in this shape, and I can tell you that I can wear these all day long, and you probably are as well. Next, we have this is such a great example of from Wicked, I want to say. This is that very strong pink and just all the trends we talked about, right? So we see the structured heel, it's transparent, round toe, velvet, and then we have the bows. I mean, it's literally all packaged together as one. Great example. This one is a little bit on the black and white. So black and white is actually going to be trending again, continuing. We had a little bit of that this year. It's continuing next year. And I think the theme for it comes from Beetlejuice. So Beetlejuice, I didn't include it in the trends, but it was everywhere. It was like the fall movie for Halloween lovers. And there's a lot of black and white. And we've seen that in the dresses. I even featured that. Um, I think I featured the black dress with the white little under, sort of like a bronze. That was the its dress of the year. It's just basically black and white. We still see a lot of that. And this particular style of shoe reminds me of that because you can see it's actually quite rare we see black on the runway. And so the reason why when we see this, it's clearly a statement of continuing that theme. Also the structure of it, you see the edges, the geometrical edges there. It's a very unique take. I don't think we've seen that before, right? For the material to stand out in the front. So it's quite original, I think. And of course, the eight sandals of the year are going to be some variation of the gladiator flats sandals, and then they just tied up all the way to the knee. I think this is very wearable. Now, if you think you have to wrap it around and spend 15 minutes putting them on, do not worry. Actually, I think I had a pair like this. So in the back, they actually have a zipper that goes all the way down. So you adjust it one time and then you just zip it and that's it. You're sliding in and out in like seconds. But this is, I want to say, if you want to be very much on trendy this summer, these are your sandals for that. Next, here is a little elegant and feminine take on a trend. So I think this is very wearable, extremely just feminine and delicate and well made. I see a lot of these variations coming up, and we have do look for leather, like real leather. And I love the thin little straps around the ankles. I think this is a very elongating style. Again, feminine, delicate, and the good thing about something like this is quite timeless. Of course, you can pick the shade that matches the best with what you already have, but you can wear this with skirts, with dresses, with shorts, with pretty much anything to showcase that entire just the whole structure of the shoes. And the heel itself, this sort of upside down pyramid, is what is going to be very popular next year. Now, if you have something already similar like this, it's definitely the time to bring it out. But I think at the core, this style is going to be the most wearable and timeless piece that will not look dated within the next couple of years. Nobody really looks that much at the details, right? So this would be my top pick. I do have quite a few more. So we'll try to go through them a little bit faster. Again, emerald, I talked about the emerald before. I think is going to be big in addition to the brown because of the wicked. And this is just another example of sort of that semi-clear style, elongating and the pointy toe. And we have the thin little strap. Continuing with the boots, these are again very high on the thigh, and I think they're very unique. This particular one I chose because it's a little bit more wearable. And if you actually want to buy a pair, it's okay, to not show the world that they're up to your thigh. You can just wear a skirt and dress that covers it up to your knees. Again, you're wearing it. You don't have to show everyone else that you are. Or if you really want to showcase that, then I would pick um, tighter pants that actually go in all the way. So it's a great option if you want to go with a futuristic theme. Going back to the little Bo Peep, little styles. This is so cute. I like this a lot. This is again looks very comfortable and wearable. I like the round toe. I like that the height is not very high. The little bow, it's in a neutral tone, and we have different shades which outline the actual foot, which is very flattering and delicate. I love it. This is a win for me. Next, here we have a great combination, again, going back to the tights and what I mentioned before, the lace. Lace is going to be really big, and now we're seeing it incorporated on the feet with the tights. It's so beautiful to add it in contrast with the shoes. The shoes themselves are just absolutely gorgeous. I love anything that's tied like that on the ankle. Um, it's a little delicate addition that it's not for everyday wear, but if you have a pair for, that I don't want to say special occasions because we should not definitely not be labeling things for special occasion, but more for I don't know, weekend wear. And I think we need to start differentiating when you have those days when you really feel fashionable and you want to wear something chic and bold and you're confident, this would be it. And you can tone it down. You can tone it down with perhaps neutral pair of slacks or black or whatever else you want that's not as bright. And then let the shoes shine by themselves. That's really my way of usually trying not to outdo everyone else around me. Okay. Next, we have another pair of sandals. These are again combining the gladiators with the more structured heel. We will also see a lot of that inserts between the big toe and the rest of the toes. I think they're called the thong. So we're going to see a lot of variations of the thong sandals and incorporated with the gladiator theme. This one again is just going back to the red and not very, I know it's a little bit far, but you can notice the platform. So platform is again noticeable here, and we're going to see a lot of different combinations of platform shoes, even with the loafers. And for those of us who are a little bit shorter, it's going to be, a great little tool that we can use for more height, but while maintaining comfort. So if this is your style and you're always looking for a little bit more height, you're going to love platforms. Here is the brown. I like this style a lot. I know it looks really high, but if you look really close, I like the sort of the structure of the heel where it's a wedge, but it is thinner. So from the back, it actually looks really, really thin and it shapes the whole leg. It's very delicate. I like it. We see the strap again on the ankle and the round toe. So those are the styles to look for next year. And this is what I was talking about when you have a thinner heel from the side, but then from the back is going to be very rectangular. It's the green and it's the round toe. I think it's a little bit either transparent or not, but I really like this style. And I have a couple. I used to wear this actually. I'm like thinking now back when I was in high school. And I find it very attractive and comfortable. So when we wear high heels, I notice I gravitate towards heels with more structure because then you don't feel like you have to balance, right? So that's why the stilettos are not as comfortable, not just because of the height, but because of the amount of surface that you're stepping on a heel, which is like just one point. But this one, from the sides, it looks thin and you actually have a wide support from the back. So I think it's flattering to look at, but also very functional at the same time. Continuing, this is again another style of the ox red that we're going to see this particular winter and coming up. More examples of this is again the platform. And we will also see the capto have different colors. We've seen that, I think, throughout the whole last year and this year. So it's just continuing. And the variation, again, I want to say brands are just going with what works, right? And they want to incorporate details that were relevant to this year, but in addition to what already worked. So pumps work, the thicker heel worked. Now we're adding the platforms, and then we see the stripe, the stripe around the ankles. This one, I had to show you this one. This one is actually coming up in the next spring. So, I mean, animal print has been just all over this season, and this is a very flattering and very much of a standout style because if you were used to seeing it on maybe a cardigan or a jacket, or we saw a lot of animal print sweaters, having it on the shoes is a whole nother level of style. And yes, I think this is definitely making a statement. I'm not sure I would wear it, but hey, to each their own. Love the combination between red and the animal print, complete contrast. And so you have monochrome, saturated color on one side, and then the animal print on the other. They're clashing, obviously, but it goes so well together because of that. So one emphasizes the other through contrast. So I just love this look very much. Another example, this would be very similar to something we've seen before. It's just such a statement maker, and I really like the shape of the heel, first of all, again, stability while still looking feminine, and then the shade is just gorgeous. More variations. Again, it's like a semi-mule, and then you see slight little heel coverage in the back. This one is reminds me of, well, I would call say this would be like the boho chic style, where we see the natural textures added, and again, a very comfortable take on a summer, where you want to still look stylish but keep a low profile. And here we have sort of boots, right? So these are the ankle boots. Just take a minute and just look at how beautiful this is all combined. So we have again contrast in well, it looks like more of a athletic style boot, but then it's contrasting with the sheer delicate little socks, I think they are, and then it's also worn with a skirt, what seems like. So get out of the comfort zone type of look, right? And you are combining different styles. And I think the thread actually, it looks like there's shine and there might be embroidery involved as well in the shoes. So again, more additions, which look very feminine. So athleisure has is definitely seeing an upgrade. And um, this is a great example on how to do that. You want to look for details that are almost borrowing from the fashion, right? From the clothing. So you're going to see maybe crystals added, pearls, and hand stitching, which looks really, really nice and very unique. This next style, again, it's a different variation of the gladiator style. It's the half mule. Well, it's a mule, but we're also combining some browns there. And it's a very unique style because I would say this is the half sandal, right, version that we saw. We would, if you just see half the shoe, you'd expect it will go all the way up like that, but then it stops. And it's just a very unique take on combining the trends this year. I had to show you this red one. This is just ridiculously. I'm not sure. It just looks so beautiful. I love it. I love the shade. I love the opening on the side. Quite frankly, if they would have made a normal heel, that would have been so much more wearable. But again, this looks very, very edgy, and some of us actually like that. So if that's what, that's what you like, comment below and share. I'd love to know. And let me know which style you like, by the way, the most. Which one resonates with you the most in your style? This is another example of the boots that we're talking about before. Again, you can see there's detailing there on the side. I love it. And a little bit of platform too, which is great. More brown shades. And what I like about this look is the combination of different shades all the way throughout the outfit, right? The socks, the shoes, the platforms a different color, the dress is a different color, accessories, but all go very, very well together. So it's a great way to combine all of them. And this one, well, this one is just, I know this is a high fashion one. This is has branding all over it. But that aside, if we look just at the details, wow. You can actually have the cake and eat it too. It seems like you have the dress, you have the tights, you have the shoes all in one color. So I don't know who wears them like that, but the point is that I think we're supposed to like logos. I can't think about any other reason why they would overdo it in this way, but um, it's very unique. And so if you are aspirational to the high-end brands, this is definitely a sea of logos that you could aspire to. All right, and so lastly, what I wanted to show you is again, talked about the fashion theme trends. And if you are interested in having that, I have the guide that I put together. It's free to you. Just go to download it. Go to womenofhighvalue.com/2025 trends. It's the one I printed over here. I still have it. And you can get your own free copy as well. And so, yes, I'd love to hear from you. If you're watching this on replay, again, comment what are your favorite categories of trends that you're following, and also why are you interested in trends? I'm dying to know because I know it's really popular. But I want to say that maybe for me personally, it's probably the beginning of the year and then you know what's coming, right? And it's, I think, a lot based on curiosity. You want to know what's new, what's up and coming, maybe introduce some of those elements into your wardrobe. I think we need a periodical refresher of new things. Now, new does not necessarily need to be a new addition, like a new purchase. It could also be something you're rotating, right, within your own wardrobe. So that to me, the fact that we have 4 seasons and I put everything away and I take it back out, it gets so exciting, right? It feels like I have something new. So comment below and share which trends do you enjoy the most? And from what I've shown you today, what do you think is actually wearable and that would fit within your style? Thank you so much for joining me, and I guess I'll see you very soon in my next video. Take care.